Okay, I just wanted to make a follow-up video. I had said I was going to make this a couple of weeks ago after I did the first video when I first started this project, but things just got in the way, one thing after another, so I finally was able to get back to it last night and finish it today. So I got the intake is back on, everything's put back together, the car's running, and here is the rubber hydraulic hose that I showed in the last video that I ran behind the intake and connected to an adapter that goes in the block where the original oil pressure sensor goes. Now I've got the original oil pressure sensor right here where my finger is, and I've got it on you can't see it for the foam here, but I've got it on a T block, brass block here. And then this is the sending unit for the VDO gauge that I put in the dash. So now I've got two oil pressure gauges going, both working, and it's easy access here right under the hood if I've got a problem or something. And it took me a while today because since this is hooked up to the rubber hose, these senders aren't grounded to the block like they normally would be if they were screwed into a fitting in the block. So I had to fabricate some little ground things and hook them up to each sender and ground them to the chassis. So we took care of that, and then I just put the foam around them to keep the things from bouncing around and not getting knocked around. And then it took me a long time to get this one to stop leaking because it doesn't bottom out in this fitting like it would in the block, and so it didn't crush the crush washer to seal it. So I had to use some heavy-duty thread sealant, and then I had to really crank down on it. It kept leaking, but I finally got it, so now it's tight, not leaking. It's working fine. And we'll go in the car, and in the car I took out one of the air vents, the one to the left of the steering wheel here, and then I put the VDO gauge right in there. And then of course in the dash you can't see, so I'll start the car. And then I'll turn the lights on. Okay, there where my finger is the original oil pressure gauge, working fine. And then there's the VDO gauge, who's working well, working as well. I've had the car running for quite a while, so the oil pressure is down a little bit, but it's running fine. Everything's working. We've got two oil pressure gauges. We've got easy access to it if we have a problem again. So far, keep my fingers crossed, nothing is leaking, and we're looking good.